Hello, I'm Brian Gray, Director of Clinical Support Operations and the co-chair of MedStar Harbor Hospital's Green and Wellness team. MedStar Health strives to be the industry leader in wellness, sustainability, and environmental stewardship. Through these practices, MedStar Harbor Hospital has created many programs, including this wellness series you're about to watch. It is our hope that you will be inspired and join our team. Sit back, relax, and be well.
Hello, I'm Joan Plisco, a supporting member of MedStar Harbor Hospital's Green and Wellness team. Right now, I'm behind the hospital, just steps from the Patapsco River. I was on the team that conceptualized, planned, and installed the rain gardens over 5 acres of MedStar Harbor Hospital's campus, where 48,000 plants and trees have taken root. Today, I want to talk to you about the environmental and the health and wellness benefits of those plantings. Later, I'm going to introduce you to Erin Quinley from Natureworks. She'll talk about the connection between health and the natural world, and she'll lead us through a short meditation. Green infrastructure includes green rooftops, roadside plantings, rain gardens, and other measures that capture, filter, and reduce stormwater. In doing so, it cuts down on the amount of flooding and reduces the polluted runoff that reaches sewers, streams, rivers, and other bodies of water like the Patapsco River behind me. In addition to all the environmental benefits, these new rain gardens provide opportunities for associates, patients, and visitors to connect more with the natural world. Being in nature is a multi-sensory experience that has physical, spiritual, emotional, and social benefits. Research shows that time in nature is an antidote for stress. It can lower blood pressure and stress hormone levels. It can reduce the nervous system arousal. It enhances immune system function, increase self-esteem, reduce anxiety, and improve your mood. All that from sitting on a bench behind the hospital or walking along the trail. I invite you to explore these revitalized parts of the MedStar Harbor Hospital campus to help revitalize your spirit. Joining me at one of the most beautiful spots on the MedStar Harbor Hospital campus to enjoy a multi-sensory experience and reap the health benefits of being in the natural world is Erin Quinley, the Director of Partnerships at Natureworks. Welcome, Erin. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks so much for having me out here in this beautiful spot.
Can you share with us what is Natureworks and what is your role? What exactly do you do there?
Sure. Natureworks is a nonprofit organization whose mission it is to introduce folks to the healing properties of time spent mindfully engaged outside.
For folks that aren't used to being in the outdoor world and connected to the natural environment, do you have suggestions on how people can start that connection?
You don't have to go anywhere extraordinary to get a sense of awe, and you don't have to spend a ton of time outside to reap health benefits from engagement with the natural world. One thing that you can do is find a special spot outside. It can be your front porch. If you have a tree in your backyard, a beautiful green space like this one here at Harbor Hospital, go there and feel at home in that spot. You can go outside by going inside and exploring your inner world in that way, anywhere that you are.
Is there a minimum time that folks should spend outside to reap the health benefits of being outside?
We've done a ton of research, and there's so much out there that we've learned from, and the general idea that we've seen is 120 minutes a week in nature, which is less than 20 minutes a day, is enough to have tangible health benefits. Things like lowered blood pressure, lowered stress, anxiety, heightened sense of awe, exuberance, and buy-in and connection to life in general can be felt after 20 minutes or less spent outside a day.
Erin, what are some common misperceptions people have about spending time outside and connecting to the natural world?
I think the number one misconception that I've heard people say are that they're just not nature people. You don't have to love being outside to reap health benefits from being outside. We have a client where we work with their patients for 8 weeks, introduced himself to me as, not a nature person. He had mobility issues, and what he eventually found is that he really likes to do art. And so he would come out and he would step into the woods and he would do nature art. And he wasn't comfortable touching things at first. But when he opened himself up to his creative side, all of a sudden the stuff that he wouldn't touch before, these places that he wouldn't go, he was going because he saw a rock that he really needed for a sculpture he was making. He discovered his passion out there, and he did it because he gave it a shot. Even though he wasn't into it at first, he tried, and it opened something up in him.
That's really beautiful. And I know for everybody, it's a journey. We all have a different starting point, and there is no end point. So what I would do is encourage everybody to just take that first step like Erin has described. Before you leave today, I would love for you to share some type of meditation with us so folks can practice being outside and enjoying the natural world.
One of my favorite activities to lead is called a 5-sense countdown. So would you be willing to do it with me?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start by noticing, taking a few quiet moments to just open our eyes and curiously take in the sights around us. And now we're going to name 5 things that we see that are here in this present moment. What's one thing you see?
I see flowers, the river, trees, the wonderful film crew,
We see you.
and the hospital building.
Awesome. Let's take a moment to quietly notice our sense of sound and take in everything that we can hear in this moment. Closing your eyes enhances your hearing. What are things that you can hear?
I can hear the birds. I can hear the air handler system of the hospital. I can hear the leaves gently blowing because there's not too much of a breeze today.
Let's come into awareness of our bodies. What are 3 things you can feel?
I can feel the sun beating down on me. I can feel the earth very hard beneath my feet. And I can feel the sweat on my body as part of being outside.
Feel that too. Let's try to find 2 different smells.
I smell the trees, and I smell the flowers of the healing garden.
Smell those too. Smell nice.
Yeah.
Right? And then the last sense is our sense of taste. Just come into awareness. What's going on in your mouth?
I taste salt.
I taste my gum.
Yeah. And perhaps that's from the water, that's my sweat, but that's all part of being out in nature.
Yeah. So that 5 senses countdown, it's an antidote to stress and anxiety. It can lower cortisol levels, that stress hormone. It can increase our sense of wonder, curiosity, and connection to this present moment.
Well, thank you so much for spending time with us today and sharing your wisdom and your knowledge and your absolute love of nature.
Thank you, Joan.
Thanks,
it's been a
Erin.
pleasure.
Begin your workday with the awe of nature. Shed the stress of commuting by parking and walking by one of the same gardens on your way in and out of work. Relax, recharge, and unplug on a bench during breaks or at a lunchtime meal. Practice breathing or meditating to improve the mind-body-spirit connection. On behalf of MedStar Harbor Hospital's Green and Wellness team, I invite you to explore all of these beautiful places on campus afforded to us through the Green Infrastructure Program. And please do thank Brian Gray and the whole Green and Wellness team for their hard work and dedication to making this project happen.